Hi everyone. We are in a very auspicious time between Yutet Kislev, as you spoke about, the liberation of the Alter Rebbe from prison, and we call it the Rosh Hashanah for Hasidus, and we're coming to the Yom Tov of Chanukah, a great light, as we all know. And all this is connected to the Parsha of the week. Let's see if we can find a connection. If not, it'll also be good. All depends how much time we have. So just one line about this week's Parsha. We're learning about the beginning of the Parsha, the name of the Parsha called Vayeshev. Vayeshev Yaakov Be'eretz Megura Aviv, that Yaakov was settled in the place of his father in Israel. And it's the famous line of Rashi. Rashi quotes the line. It says, "Because Yaakov leishe b'shalva," Yaakov wanted to rest. Kofatz olav rugzei shel Esav. Immediately came the problem, the situation with Yosef, that he got lost for 22 years, as we having the story this week. And as the Karbash continues, Dailom tzadikim, Sanafret tzadikim, that they have their peace above. Here, there's no rest. What is the simple idea? What happened here? As we know, Yaakov, the way he was seen, he already did his mission, accomplished his mission. He had a mission to elevate the whole place of Lavan, as we learned 2 weeks ago. And he did very successful. The real Avodat Hashem of elevating Lavan. When he completed that mission, he went to the next mission, and the next mission was about his brother Esav. And we're learning how he succeeded in that mission with Esav. The Esav completely turned around, he hugged him, he kissed him. Beautiful work being accomplished. And Yaakov says to himself, the mission is done. Now, what's next? Vayeshev, we can rest. Comes Hashem and says, no, mission is not over. As long as you are here, as long as we live in this world, we have to work. We have to accomplish, we have to achieve. And what is the next mission? Now is coming the mission of Yosef. What is the idea? I'm not sure, but I will think. What's the idea? As we know, the mission of Yosef, the Rebbe talks a lot about it, was where? In the land of Egypt. Land of Egypt was a different mission, and it was a very difficult mission. As we learn about Avraham Avinu, when he was in Egypt, the king of Egypt told him immediately, leave. This is not a place for you. It's not a place for you to be. And Avraham left. It's not a place for you to be. And here we have the Yosef goes down to Egypt. He's there for 22 years. And he accomplishes the mission in abundance. Great. Let's not get into the details right now, but he's doing it. And this is where Hashem tells Yaakov the mission is not over. In Yaakov's mind, the way we can seem like is, yes, I did the mission by Lavan, the mission with Esav. He did not think about the mission of Egypt, because the way Avraham was already told, that's not a mission for a Jew. That's not a place to go to. But in Hashem's mind, no, we got to continue. As long as we can do, we got to continue. And where is the next mission going to be? The mission in Egypt. And as we're going to learn Be'ezrat Hashem in a few weeks, when Yaakov sees the great accomplishment of Yosef in Egypt, says, wow, that's above me. Like Yaakov in his mind, I can't do it. Yosef was accomplishing that mission. That's the message that Hashem gives to Yaakov in this sixth parsha. No settling. We have another mission to accomplish. And this is the message we are receiving from this sixth parsha of every one of us. Never think that we already accomplished our mission, even though we did. And Am Yisrael accomplished the mission through and through, but there's still more to go. And as long as Mashiach is not here, we still got to do it. Reminds me, in 1947, Tafshin Zayin, when a great families of Russia, Lubavitch families, they say 1,000, whatever the number is, came out of Russia. And as we know, Russia, they are fighting and fighting to keep the flame of Yiddishkeit, the flame of Torah, the flame of Am Yisrael. And finally, they're able to leave Russia, and they came to France. They went through Germany, let's not get into the details, but they came to France and they settled there. And you can imagine great Jews, great Hasidim, and they have a lot of stuff that they did before. And their work was very hard, real Mesirut Nefesh. Let's not get into this right now. We all know the stories of the great Mesirut Nefesh they did. So finally they came to France, to Paris, they can see it back. And that's where the Rebbe comes to them and he tells them, no, he came here in France. It's not to relax. It's not because the mission is over. We going for the next mission. We got to accomplish. We got to achieve. Yes, you're tired. It was very hard, your mission before. But doesn't give an excuse not to continue. You got to continue. And the Rebbe shows them as a famous story how we're doing it. The Rebbe went outside on the street and he stood on top of a car and took out his handkerchief and he was turning in the air. And people were looking around, what is this rabbi holding a handkerchief, turning the air? And people came around. And when people came around, he started talking to the people how we have to connect ourselves to Hashem and so on and so forth. And then he said, let's all go daven mincha. And he brought the whole crowd into a synagogue and they were davening, and it became such an inspiration to the people. And when all this was over, the Rebbe turns to the people. Look how much you can accomplish. Yes, you did so much in Russia. Such great accomplishment. But you here, we gotta work again. We gotta accomplish again. We gotta achieve again. More and more until minute Mashiach comes. And this is the message Hashem gave us to Yaakov. The mission is not over until it's over. Yes, you did what you did, but now we got to go on. And that's the next mission we'll learn in this week's parsha, the mission of Yosef in Mitzrayim, and the great, beautiful accomplishment. And this is how we come from Yutet Kislev, the great accomplishment of the great miracle that we have. But we go on to Chanukah. What is Chanukah again? The next mission. Chanukah, to bring the light of Hashem, the light of Torah in the street, and light up the world. And light up the world, and hopefully we come to our last mission, to light up the world and bring Mashiach this Chanukah. Have yourself a good Shabbos, a beautiful Chanukah, and a success in our work.